I always say hi, even though I know no one is here as yet, but greetings and good evening, good people of Instagram land. Yep. Hi, everybody. Yes, I am pink today. Kind of the switch up. It's like a spring thing. Are we still in spring? We are. We're finally getting decent weather. For those of you who don't know, I've more or less relocated to Virginia. And hey, doll. Hey, Mixcoyavine. And the weather, I don't, man. Seku, good evening, Sekunia. Yeah, the weather's just been crazy. Like, I feel like it should be better than Canadian weather, and somehow it's just not. So, yeah. We're just getting some nice weather. This week has been fairly decent. So, welcome to Three Guys and the Girl, waiting for waiting for the guys to hop in. There is Slim. So, I don't know who's here. Good evening.
You don't even understand how blessed and highly favored I am
What
to
happened?
be live
Oh,
with this
so,
wonderful specimen of the female nature.
aw, thanks. So, Seku, this is Slim. Slim is one of the team
I
members
know
of.
who Slim is. It's three
Oh,
guys and a girl. Get it in.
all right,
Listen,
all
if you're
right.
not aware, be aware.
Notorious.
This is three guys and a girl
Okay.
broadcast. I'm just coming in to fill in the blanks while the other two guys come in.
I
It's
appreciate
kind of like a
it.
gangbang, y'all. Y'all don't even understand.
Gotcha.
I'm liking the it's fedora. Is it a fedora? I don't want to call it the wrong thing, but a fedora.
Listen, I didn't even know the runnings of this hat. All I know is that feather came from an albatross that I got the feather in the Dominican Republic, and I put it in my cap because I was rolling. I
Oh,
was in with a bunch of cigar guys earlier,
all right.
but when I saw you go live, I wanted to jump in because I don't know if it's announced yet or not.
I appreciate it. I like it. I like the vibe. I like the vibe. I like the vibe.
It's
Are you
it's
going
like the
to?
old school dance hall days when the man came in with a nice jacket and gabardines and he came through with his clock boots on and
They
he
don't
did the
know. They
thing.
don't know about them
They
things. You
don't know
can't
about
fool
the
them. They don't
internet.
know about those things. You have to take time with them. They don't know about them things. There.
Take time, take time. So listen, anybody that joins this live from me needs to go up and do the drop down, right? And in
Yeah.
the drop down, they need to follow the brother here.
Yes.
They
Yes.
not need to follow the sister here. She's going from the Pum Chronicles. But they also need to follow Badass Goodas AJ.
The good up things. Them.
Good up. You don't even know. If you don't know what good up is, you haven't
Get a
experienced
lesson.
life yet.
You haven't experienced. If you don't know what the good up is, you haven't experienced life with. If Pum Pum hasn't almost destroyed your life, you haven't experienced life yet. But just ask that.
Listen, if you haven't found yourself rocking like this, thinking about if you text the girl too many times, you haven't experienced
You haven't
good up.
experienced it yet.
Because good ass pasa will make you have to touch yourself.
A few times.
Touch yourself. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm just trying to hit up my comrade right now and see what's going on with him.
Like I said, man, I'm like a comma, man. I'm just a placeholder. Hold it down for the rest of the
Appreciate it.
three guys and a girl. Like I said, three guys and a girl on Instagram at three guys and a girl. Follow them. They bring that riggedy raw,
We
It's
chat
been
fuckery and we
unfiltered,
don't care.
it's been a
One of
minute.
them things
different.
there.
The man and that woman move different. You fuck around and listen to the broadcast, you might get pregnant.
Hey,
This
hey,
pussy
hey.
produced baby. Eh,
Them kind of talk there.
I
Hey,
ain't I ain't that baby's poppy.
what?
I'm the baby pappy.
I ain't that baby's pappy.
You ain't that baby's pappy?
Yeah, because you know that
Hey,
make
hey,
you
what do you
fucking
say?
crazy.
Them my breed.
Yes.
Mr.
Okay, Mr.
L.
L is here.
Mr. L. So, Mr. L, by the way, I think I just followed your I followed Mr. L's page. Look at this, look at this. Okay, so boom, three guys and a girl. Always on brand. What you talking about?
So
That's how you do.
what's babies and what's up with babies and puppies that I'm hearing?
I don't
What
know
am I
Say they
either.
fuck
walking into?
around and follow our podcast or fuck around and follow our lives, you might end up getting pregnant from the excitement and the melee and all the things that we talk about. That's
I
all.
don't know about
Just
L,
in,
but that ain't my baby.
We not the baby pappy. We not the baby pappy.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I
Mr.
don't think I
L,
got nothing out
Sekou,
there.
Sekou, Mr. L. I don't know if the two of you are familiar with one another.
Oh, I know Mr. L, so I follow Mr. L's page. Listen, Mr. L brings, from what I've seen, he brings that dominant energy. He asks the dominant questions from the dom perspective. You already know I'm a master of my college slaves.
Mm.
One being right here, she's sitting right there. Cheers up, cheers up.
I love.
Um, we do this real time, and one thing that I can say as a real time 24/7 in home participant in alternative lifestyles, I have not disagreed with what the brother has said. So that means he is stamped and
Okay.
his
Man,
Mm.
perspective
All
is
I
right.
got the
Got
endorsed.
the seal of approval.
I am Master Sekou and I endorse this message.
Hey.
bless.
Hear that?
Hey, blessings, my brother.
We love it.
Blessings.
Mm.
So we are going to get started and kick the show off. I don't want to call you Master Sekou because it's not my place to do so. So Sekou, thank you for hanging out with us for a bit. But we're
She
gonna
got class. It's
get
classy.
things on and popping. What?
That's class. That's so classy.
Yeah. We appreciate it. But
And y'all
once
have
the
to
discussion
excuse,
topics
you have
start
to
going,
excuse the decorum.
once the discussion,
I was on something else, and that's why I'm in this decorum. I'm usually just more relaxed. Check out the interview with AJ that we did with
it's coming out.
Forthcoming. But again, I'm sliding. Y'all are three guys and a girl. I am not the third guy. There is a gentleman that
That's okay.
represents very well. I was just a comma, a placeholder until they came in. But
We
it's a
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Everybody that came with me, hit that drop down, hit that arrow down. Follow, follow, follow if you're not already following. If you're not already following, if I look on your page and you're not following them already, I'm booting you off my page.
Oh,
Ooh, set the bar.
we like that. Heavy talk, the big
I
talk,
like that.
yes.
Oh,
And you
man.
back your chats, that I know.
And me not take back chat.
And don't take no back chat.
All right, I'm out, y'all. Again, I'm
It was a
here in
pleasure.
the comments. I'm listening.
Thank you.
It's beautiful, and I love y'all all.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Respect.
you.
Respect, bro.
Much love, brother. Much love.
Oh, let me tilt the camera up. My gentlemen, my guys, what's going
What's going on?
on? We are an incomplete quadro, but that's okay because Val is here with us in spirit.
Most
We
definitely.
are three guys and a girl. Well, two guys and a girl and a guest today. I'm AJ, Badass Jones. You know what's really funny? I never start this way. You see, Val's absence has me all kind of fucking kerfuffled, and I'm just doing shit that I don't normally do. But I'm AJ, host of the Pum Pum Chronicles, one fourth of three guys and a girl. In lieu of his absence, Val, who is our fourth, is dealing with personal issues. For those of you who follow Val, you have been made aware that unfortunately Val's father has passed. So we have been emotionally and mentally supportive as a group, as a trio. I know that a lot of you have reached out. For those of you who've reached out to the Three Guys and a Girl page and sent messages of your condolences, they have been passed on to Val. We thank you and appreciate you for that. At this time, we ask you to just respect his peace and his space. If you want to reach out and send him a message, by all means do so. You can communicate that through the Three Guys and a Girl page. But yeah, Val will not be present with us tonight. He, of course, will be here in spirit because he always is. But sending out love and condolences to Val and his family. And my guys, Slim, what's going on?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm all right, man. Enjoying life, working hard, getting ready for the summer. And getting ready for Cabo, actually.
Oh,
I'm going to Cabo in
we're
like 10
gonna
days.
going on the next vacation, are we?
Yes. And then
Okay.
that's it. Got a couple concerts looking forward to this summer. And that's it. I'm chilling.
All right. Mr. L,
Hey,
what's his going
trying to
in?
be like, I'm trying to be like Slim when I grow up. My
Man,
man's
listen,
on a
man.
vacation every 2 months.
Hey, don't say that too loud. They're gonna find out.
Let's say you just got here. Cut it out.
Yep.
What's going on, everybody? I am Mr. L, the host of Front of Mind and Mr. L
Moonshine?
podcast. No, it's water. I don't drink on. I try not to drink heavy on the weekdays.
Got
'Cause
it.
the brother got work in the morning, you know.
Word.
Um, yeah. But anyway, it's also the
I
Front
ain't
of
got nothing
Mind,
to say.
Front of Mind and Mr. L podcast, where we discuss topics revolving around sex and kinks. I'm the sensual sadist, compassionate dom, southern gent with a sprinkle of filth, Mr. L. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
feel right without Val being here.
I
It
It
doesn't.
know,
Like
doesn't.
it
even
just
It
my
feels
does.
okay. We're,
my
we're
my
gonna we're
intro
gonna
doesn't.
we're
But we're
gonna
gonna
get
liven this
through it.
thing up.
I
Yeah,
know it's
please
great.
forgive me, y'all. It's been a while since I've had like some internet issues. But like all day today, something has been up with like my internet. So it's not Instagram. It may just be my internet. So bear with me if I'm a little lag or whatever it is.
Right now, you're
But we
good.
here.
You're not
Yeah, you're
buffering or
good.
doing anything weird.
Cool, then we're gonna ride out.
Okay. So, as I stated earlier, tonight we're two guys and a girl, and we have an open spot for people to tap in on the three topics that we're going to be discussing. But before we get to that, I also just wanted to mention to everyone that we have switched to a new time. The lives are going to be starting an hour earlier, so we are starting from 8. We're going from 8 to 9:30, as opposed to 9 to 10:30, just because it gets a little bit late, and people want to rest on ting. So, yeah, that's it. Do either of you have anything that you want to say before we get going with the topics?
Yeah, I just want to say, please, everybody, go follow 973 Vibes on Spotify, YouTube, and all streaming
I like
platforms.
the
I don't
plug.
know.
That's on
I
the
don't know.
one. What about three
Yeah,
guys
Oh
and a
boys.
girl?
hold on.
Oh,
It's all coming. It's all coming. But I don't know why I didn't get that out because Val's not here, so it didn't feel right. Also, please go follow Three Guys and a Girl, obviously, our YouTube page. Go follow For Platonic. Shout out to my man George Cruz, the realest nigga I ever met. And shout out to the Spiritual Ship. Please go follow my girls' podcast, The Spiritual Ship. That's on YouTube, Spotify, and all that good shit. Their latest episode was on like sexuality and spirituality,
Why
sex and
why did I
spirituality.
not know that they got a podcast? Why am I just finding
Yeah,
out this way, my brother?
well, you know,
I
because
know. Slim, Slim
You
don't,
know,
Slim don't
you
want to
got
share the good things with the
no,
rest
no,
of
no, no,
us. He
no.
just
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
to
just
drop
just
it's
it
all good.
publicly.
yeah. Well, I've shared it a few times, so you guys share
Yeah.
the stories. You've seen it, but it's all good. And it is what it is. So let's get a little bit more fun because I'm back now. I got a lot of shit to talk.
Now you're feeling
Savage
yourself. Now
Slim
you're
back.
back to your regular self now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are definitely here for it. So, for those of you who know and those of you who don't know, May, among
I'm
other
sorry. I'm
things
going
that
to
happen.
interrupt you, AJ.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
go
I'm
ahead.
going to interrupt you because we teased about it, I think, the last time on the live, about the episode that you and I did with Shiny on Lipstick and Laundry podcast. We didn't
We're
tell
gonna talk about that right
exactly
now.
what. Oh yeah. Before we jump into it, we're still gonna talk about it a little bit. So,
Okay.
would you like to tell the people what you consumed?
No, I really wouldn't. I'd like
Oh,
to. I'd
excuse
like
me.
for. I just want
You
to
should tell
like
them what
add
you
the bits and
consumed.
pieces. What I will say is, recently, Mr. L and I have taken our relationship to a new level.
I think I
I
know
will
where this
say
is
that.
going. I think I
There's
know where this
literally a
has went.
few pieces of me in AJ.
I think they've been expelled by now. Thanks. Oh wait, but do they stay in your like system? Okay,
I don't know
Well,
if
I
it's
so
a
mean,
good question.
I'm just saying you guys definitely exchange a little bit of energy. We can at least say that.
Yeah, there we go.
There was
I
okay,
can see.
definitely
I
so
can see.
there's definitely an energy exchange, and energy cannot be
I could
destroyed.
is that what it
look.
was?
I could.
I'm just
Huh.
saying, if
Okay,
nothing else
so
was exchanged, it
Shiny.
was energy and DNA.
It,
Go ahead.
well, I don't know if I would say that as an energy exchange because I
Energy and
wasn't there for
DNA.
the actual process.
A
I
There's
put
piece,
my
definitely a
energy in everything I
chemical
do.
exchange,
a
I put
piece
my
of this
energy in
DNA is
everything I do.
now.
biological exchange.
There's
Okay, so
definitely
for those of you
biological
who don't
exchange.
know what we're talking about, um, so Shiny, who is the host of Lipstick Laundry podcast, had reached out to me to ask me if I would participate in, let's say, an experiment of sorts where we would consume a baked good that was made by Mr. L. And so, any of you who know Mr. L, there are a few times where when he bakes, he adds a special secret sauce into the icing or the
Secret
cake
sauce.
batter into the icing. And
But
so, because, you know, I am who I am, I agreed to participate in said activities. And the result thereof was that Mr. L baked red velvet cake with cum laced icing and shipped them to myself and Shiny, and we consumed them.
there was cum
So
in the cake too.
there's cum in the cake and cum, semen, cum.
Baby batter.
I'm just making sure that you're hearing what I'm
Baby batter.
saying. There's cum in the cake batter, the special ingredient, and there's also cum in the icing. And I'm not gonna lie, if he had sent it to me and didn't tell me, or Shiny had sent it to me and didn't tell me, I
Would've
would
known.
never have known. But because they're good and decent people, and you have to be able to choose the things that you're doing, and you want to make sure that the person is doing something with full presence of mind and they've consented to it, I agreed beforehand and was totally weirded out while eating this delicious dessert.
And there's this, and that is the key part. Mr. L does not do it without the consent of the other
Did
Cannibalism.
person.
somebody
I
say
think
cannibalism?
I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a good one.
I ate his kid.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, word,
Cannibalism.
facts.
Come,
So, like I said, there's when DNA is exchanged, you know, on the cellular level, it can't
go
be
ahead, my medical
retracted.
brother.
That shit ain't gonna be retracted. It's in you and China. You guys will carry a
You
piece of
know,
Mr.
you guys
L's
just took it
guys
from
for
weird to
ever.
fucking weirder. Like,
You know how there's like sister wives that like share husbands and stuff. Like y'all are like sister,
please
cum
don't do it.
sisters.
Don't do it.
Semen sisters. I like that.
Semen
There we go.
sisters.
Semen
I
sisters.
like that.
So I gotta
that.
go
Semen
now.
sisters.
It was really great going live with you guys. You know, we haven't talked for a while. Did you just fucking say semen sisters? Listen to me.
Yo,
Listen,
see,
hear me good.
I'm mad I didn't think of it, sir. I'm mad I didn't think of it. That's a good one.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
not impressed. Semen sister?
I've never had a threesome, but when I do,
Would that be classified as a threesome?
well, according to
In the
jurisprudence,
most
it wouldn't.
abstract way possible?
I'm just saying they're going to be semen sisters after that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
You feel me?
I'm gonna have a semen sister fucking basketball team.
Okay, so Mr. L, let me ask you a
Semen
question. How did
Semen
you
squad.
feel? How did you feel knowing that Shiny and I, and especially because of our relationship, but how did you feel knowing that we were going to be consuming
Pussy juice partners.
pussy juice partners?
I'm sorry, that might have been.
I
the most
hate you
genuine
guys.
laugh I ever fucking did. Hold on.
But serious question. How did you feel beforehand knowing that we were going to be consuming the product that had a byproduct from your body, but especially because you and I have a more personal relationship? Was it weird?
No.
I'm not gonna say what I was.
In fairness, no. I feel like that a lot of stories you have told me, like we are close.
They're pretty personal. Yeah,
We're close. And I didn't mind because
of course you did.
one, you said what?
Of course you didn't mind. Of course you didn't. I didn't mind.
I mean, I did it, so apparently
There was no trouble
but
for
no,
me,
so
man.
one,
You enjoyed doing it.
You put the cum to good use. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
for those who know me, I'm an experimentalist, but also like I have a praise kink low key. And so since I did it once and someone approached me about like doing it again for them, I'm just like, oh, and I'm an experimentalist. So you're showing me your experimentalist side as well as like, yo, you did this. I want this from you. Not, I could have got it from some other guy, but I want it from you.
Right.
And I was just like, huh, that I was like, oh shit, yeah, And of course, it's kinky. It's really kinky. I know I like being kinky, so it catered to all those things. And like, of course, I was gonna do it. I didn't feel weird sending it to you because I know that you are a kinky person as well, and you're an experimentalist as well. And most of all, I wanted to get your reactions over anything. That is what the glory was your reactions, your face, seeing you take a bite, you struggling.
Did you make her FaceTime you?
The words. Oh, we did it. We did it.
Oh, we did. We recorded a video.
So there's an
There's an actual
episode.
video of us eating the cake while we're
Yeah,
interviewing.
exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
And
and
honestly,
it was hilarious.
had we not
Hmm.
kept talking about it, I really would have been fine. So it's like every time I took a mouthful and there was a question, I was like, ah, boy, Mr. L's cum is in my
Mm.
mouth right now. What the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
You had a mouthful of it.
See,
A mouthful of cum.
um, and I would make
Can
sure
I ask a question,
that
Mr.
like
L,
I
though?
would. Yeah, go ahead.
So, because now I'm so interested in this. I
Okay.
feel like I want to come to some cake now and feed it to my woman. That's what I feel like. If she's
Hey,
willing,
Do it.
that's
Do
what I
it.
want to do, right?
Please do it.
So, have do you always like masturbate into the cum batter and the icing, or like do your woman get you off and you just go dump it in the batter? Do you understand what I'm
No,
saying?
so because I don't currently
You
have a
keep the
woman,
batter on the
what I did,
nightstand and shit. Like, you feel
nah,
me?
put in the refrigerator. In the
Okay.
refrigerator. So I wanted to make sure that I produced a good amount to put in there. You know, of course, for those of you who are listening, if you go back and listen to Lipstick and Laundry episode, you will find these things out as well. But like, you don't taste it in the batter because like it's baked in
yeah,
it.
not at all.
You know. So like one, it's a mental thing. Even in like the frosting, you won't be able to taste it. So what I do is what I did was I saved up like two masturbation sessions worth of cum, and it was a good amount, and
I don't even know what
so
that means,
therefore
but go ahead. I don't know what
it
that means.
was
I don't know
it
what
was
that
enough.
value.
If you
I
had
don't know what
if I
that
had to
value
say
consists of. You know what
measurements,
I mean?
it was like
Like
two
a
and a
shot
half,
glass
maybe
amount.
three. Yeah, yeah.
That's a decent amount of cum. I mean,
But I know myself, and I know that I come the most after I've taken a break from
yeah.
engaging in masturbation. So I did it one time, put it in an airtight bag, put it in the fridge, and then waited a couple of days, did it again, combined the two, and that day I baked it because I usually try to do it while it's fresh. So I baked it that day,
You
put it
should
in the
freeze it,
batter.
like they said, freeze
You
it. I
can't
mean,
freeze
ice
it.
it.
You can't freeze sperm.
You can't freeze
It can only
sperm.
be refrigerated.
No,
You
it doesn't.
cannot
It
freeze
doesn't.
sperm. It can only be refrigerated. You
You
could
can't
like you'd
freeze
have
it.
to go to a doctor to get your sperm medically frozen so that it wouldn't
Yeah,
damage it. On a database, like regular people, you can put it,
yeah.
you can refrigerate it, but you can't freeze it.
Gotcha. You
Yeah,
need one of
I
those
would
cryo
suggest
freezers.
refrigerator.
Right.
Now, so Slim, if you would like to, just a couple ideas, you could get like I don't know how well you are with baking, but I would say start off with something that's like if you know she likes chocolate chip cookies, get like the
She
little
likes
pack of
brownies.
chocolate chip cookies or brownies. Get your little box of brownies. But what I would do is so she really gets the most out of it for you, or you get the most that came out of you in it. Um,
I know how to do that.
Start off with like enough of a batch to only make like four. Separate the batter. So the first time I did it, I made cookies for Kinks with Kiki. What I did was once I made the batter, I separated the batter. So therefore, because I had a lot of batter, and I want to make some regular cookies and then some cum cookies. So then I just incorporated my cum cookies in my cum into the smaller batch of cookies. So that way, it would maximize the cum, and I wouldn't have like 20 cookies where it's just like a little bit of cum sprinkled in each one of them.
Yeah,
If that
yeah.
makes sense.
Volume control. I got
Um,
you. I definitely get you.
yeah. So what you could do, you could have her literally, stroke you until you release in the batter, mix it up, pour it up.
I've
It'll
been
be a
wanting to
nice
get
little
milk lately. That's been
after
my
sex
new
snack.
desire. So we could do that.
Oh yeah, I love that. It's great.
I've never had it. I
Cause
really
she
want
and there you go. And when you're getting milked, the position that I would say get all fours,
to. Yeah,
Mm.
that's
have
that's
her
how I want
stroke
to
it
do it.
down like milk,
That's how I want to
just
do
like
it.
a
Put a
cow,
bowl underneath.
put the bowl
Yeah, I
right
want to do it
underneath.
like filthy way. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Please
I
do
see
it
some people
inside the
doing it
batter,
from
my brother.
behind and shit. I don't want her grabbing from behind. No, I want to do it the filthy way.
But that would be the filthy way. Do it from behind like a rusty trombone.
Yeah.
There we
That would be
go.
the best way.
Bum,
I'm
bum,
just
bum,
saying.
bum.
And for
No.
those of you, could somebody, I think someone asked the question in the comments.
I want some more
So
booty hole.
Mr. L has separate cooking utensils for when he bakes or cooks with his semen. There is no cross contamination. There isn't like, everything kind of sitting on the counter together. So Mr. L, if you can maybe just explain that process to people so they don't get weirded
Yes.
out by it.
I have a specific, so y'all know me. I like to bake. It's one of the things I really enjoy. So, like I have a stand mixer and then I have just like a regular like $10, $15 like hand mixer. I don't use the hand mixer because I always use the stand mixer when I'm baking stuff. So my hand mixer is used for that. I have a specific bowl, specific spatula, specific measuring spoons because I have multiple measuring spoons. They all stay in the bag together in a drawer. or no, not in the drawer. They stay in the bag in the pantry, and so therefore there is no cross contamination. I'm not using the same bowl to make some regular cakes with. No, I wouldn't do that because one, mentally that can be like wow, you were making. It's kind of like when you have sex on the couch, and you get squirt on your couch. It's just like people will
And
be
then
sitting there
someone
like,
sits
oh,
on
you
it.
really had sex on this thing. So therefore, I do not cross contaminate. I would not do that to people, and like the baker in me, the human in me, wouldn't. Nah, that's not my thing to use the same
You need
utensils that I
consent.
would do.
Like it has to be consensual. The person
Hmm.
has to be aware of what they're consuming. Um, because
Like Slim
really
said,
and truly, that it could be a chargeable offense if you were to send something to someone that had your bodily fluids in it and they were not aware. So, just saying.
mhm, very true. So yeah, all right.
Since
Now,
we're
now
talking
we can
about
continue.
masturbation
For the record,
and
you
the
just made
tummy
a
cake,
crazy analogy. I understand where you were going with it, but it was just two ends of the spectrum for me.
What's
what?
that?
When you just equated fucking the utensils to like fucking on the couch. Like when I fuck on the couch, I fuck them and I have my girls on couches all the times, but I don't really like. It never run across my mind like, oh, it's sitting where we had sex at. It just doesn't. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
Well,
you're
it's
not
not
going to
you,
think
but
about
it's
it. But if
other
I come to your
people's.
house to visit you, knowing that you just said that, I'm not going to sit on the couch because now that I know that the couch has stuff on it.
Yeah,
You got
shit,
sperm playing jump rope in your couch right now.
definitely.
Like,
Have you guys thought
you
about
know,
that on other people's couches?
yeah,
Has that
but
crossed
then
your
I'm just
mind?
like, okay, it's a couch. I'm gonna sit on it. It's not gonna touch me because I got on clothes.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't know, I'm okay. But if I know, I probably like sit on the floor or sit somewhere else or go get
Yeah.
like a hard chair to sit on.
Yeah, it doesn't run across my mind, but I think for like self defense purposes, because if I do start thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this is gross. You know what I'm saying? So,
Or if you try to get up and you're sticky,
yeah,
that might
Yeah,
be a
now
different one.
if it's fresh, like I get there and I see there's a wet spot or a stain, I'm not sitting on it. I need you to wash your I need you
Wipe
to
your shit
wash the
down.
covers and
flip the cushion
dry
or something.
out the
Goddamn.
cushions. Yeah, like please be respectful, be cognizant of these things, be considerate.
So, May is Masturbation Month. May is also
Yeah.
Lupus Awareness Month. May is a lot of things that are happening,
Hmm.
but specifically centered around masturbation. Slim, I'm going to direct this question at you first and foremost. So,
Hmm.
when you're in a relationship,
Hmm.
do you still masturbate?
I do all the time.
And a general question for both of you, when you're in a relationship, should masturbation be considered offensive? Should the
I don't.
person that you're with be able to provide your sexual needs so you don't need to masturbate? Or should masturbation still just be part of whatever your regular routine is because that's part of your, let's say, self care?
I mean, I think it's a part of self care. I mean, back in the day, my girl, she used to be offended, I think, by like masturbation and shit. You know what I'm saying? If I was, or especially if I was masturbating, she wasn't like present or something like that. Like she would be annoyed by that. Now I think she grew up and she don't give a fuck. Like, and she even will masturbate herself. But like, I just rather get off with you before anything else. You know what I mean? I'm not offended by it. I don't think you should be offended by it. But if anything, I'm gonna try to masturbate with you. Like that would be my end goal. We don't even have to fuck. We could just masturbate together. And I'm fine with that.
Okay, so wait, follow up question. If you guys
Yeah.
have had sex
Hmm.
and at the end of it, it's been a great session, but she feels like she still needs a little bit more and wants to go masturbate, are you
That's
going to take
fine.
offense to that?
No, not at all. I'm gonna rub on her titties and suck on her titties while she gets the toy out.
You're the
Thank
real
you,
fucking
thank you to you
MVP.
guys. I would never been like that. Matter of fact, I just told her that shit the other night. I was like, yo, B, if it wasn't for the homies, if it wasn't for the homies, yo, word is well. If
I'm
it
here
wasn't for the
for it.
homies, like, yo, shit would be different, son. Like, I used to be a little not uncomfortable, but you know what I mean. I know I done told y'all before, but now, shit, if I'm with y'all, go get all that shit. Go get everything. Put it all out. Get all of it.
Okay,
I want it all.
That
I
man is
like
gonna
it.
pull out the toy chest, get
Word,
everything
son.
out. I'm with it.
Yeah,
I
you start
love it.
getting a little collection together.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't get offended by like I said, it turns me on. Matter of fact, I could
Mhm.
come if once you start masturbating again, my dick gonna get hard all over again, like within like a couple minutes. It's not. I mean,
Mr. L, what are your thoughts on that? If you're in a relationship, do you still masturbate? Would you consider it offensive if you've had a really great sexual session? and your girl still feels like she needs a little bit more, would you continue to
Hmm.
masturbate when you're in a relationship? If the person was offended by the fact that you masturbate while you're in the relationship, would you stop?
Um, so one, do I masturbate in a relationship? Absolutely. One, I like making nut videos, first of all. You know, that's me. I like being watched as well. So, you know, I would expect that the woman I end up with, she is going to like to watch me. And I know the type of women that I'm attracted to, they like nut videos. And not every time can we get to each other. So therefore, I think masturbation is necessary, and it's a form of self care and self love. I think so. Therefore,
Absolutely.
like you know, it's me being one with myself, enjoying myself. I don't have to have you there to enjoy myself sexually all the time. You know, like I can be my own person and do that, and vice versa. Like I would not have an issue with my woman masturbating. Hell, text me throughout the day. Let me know. Oh, I'm masturbating right now. I might be at work or some shit, and you digging in your pussy, or you got the vibrator in your clip. I don't care. I'm fine with that. Just make sure you send that invisible ink message along with it. Don't tell me and not show me.
Fact.
Um,
I'm not
so no,
gonna
I
lie
would
about that.
encourage people to masturbate alone, but also together. And no, I would not be offended if like I got mine off and you know she still has some more in her. Absolutely not. I'm gonna assist in helping her get that out, either watching her, talking in her ear, touching her body wherever it is, or restraining her legs and talking shit in her ear, making her continue to masturbate. You know, yeah. So no, I
I
have
love
no
you
issue
guys.
with it.
Mm-mm. Matter of
AJ,
fact, I'm gonna do that
and
tonight.
then
I'm gonna tie
you.
her fucking legs up tonight. And use that master and use that name. You right.
Hey,
What do
let
you
me tell you what to do. Don't tie her up. Don't tie her up. So
I don't
this is
got
what you
rope.
do.
I just got two. I got these little shackle things. I'm gonna use them. No.
do? You have
This
ties
this is
like
what you do.
You,
neckties?
nah, I don't.
Mm-mm.
You said zip
Cancel
tie. I
all
do
that.
got zip
This is
ties.
what cancel all that. This is what you do. Sit behind her. All right.
Oh,
Have her sit in between your legs.
yes.
Lift her legs up because you want her to like feel your body, feel your strength. You restrain her. You talk shit in her ear and make her play with her pussy.
Okay.
And
Woo.
she doesn't stop. So that way, when she comes, like, and she needs that release, and she needs to like throw those legs out, you're
Yeah,
restraining her from that, and she has to deal with the sensations that are going through her body.
Gotcha.
that's just a
So
burrito
don't even
looking
tie
thing.
her up. Let it be a
Gotcha.
especially if like physical touch is her thing, which you know you're shorty. So if it is, you use your body to restrain her. Don't worry about it. You can do that another night, but tonight, my brother,
Yeah.
I want you to use your body to restrain her.
Okay. I will do that. I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna check in
I
first thing
love
in
you
the
guys. I
morning.
love the pep talk. I love the supportive conversation. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful
I am.
thing.
I swear to God, I'm gonna do that. I swear to God, I'm gonna do that.
So AJ, from your point of
Yes,
view,
sir.
though, same questions.
Um, I definitely believe in continuing to masturbate when you're in a relationship because I think that you need to continue the relationship that you have with yourself, even though you're in a relationship with someone. Those two things don't have to be synonymous. They don't have to be exclusive, but they don't have to be synonymous as well.
Yeah.
Um, I think that it's important to masturbate just on a whole because you need to be aware of your body. It's just the best way to be in touch and in tune with yourself so that you can assist your partner in how to please you and the ways in which you want to be pleased. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum where I've been with someone who, when we were finished, because I have a really high sex drive. Val. So I have a really high sex drive. So even though I've come 20 times, I still may feel like I need like another two or 10. And if
Hmm.
the person is tired, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to like have to figure out getting hard again or whatever it is. Maybe their jaw's tired, whatever it is. I'm
It
quite content,
happens.
I'm
right,
glad that.
taking care
I'm
of
glad you
it
said that.
myself. I mean,
I'm
if he
glad you
wants
said
to
that.
come and, suck a nipple, talk dirty in my ear, hold me by my throat, you know, talk, the words, that's beautiful. But I'm also okay doing it by myself while he's watching or he's gone to go take a shower or even if he's taking a nap. But I've also been with someone who felt highly offended by the fact that I not needed, but wanted to do that by myself. They didn't
Hmm.
understand why I wasn't satisfied, I guess, or why I wasn't content.
Right.
And I didn't know how to effectively explain to him that it didn't have anything to do with him. Like, I enjoyed our session, the sex was great. I just felt like I needed a little bit more, and I didn't want him to have to feel pressured to give me the more. I was content giving
Right.
myself the more. Does that make sense?
That
That
makes
makes
perfect
sense.
sense.
I know what's happened to me in the past though, and maybe you can identify with this as a man. I don't know. It's me. Um, you know how like I can fuck for hours, like not come or some shit, or something. I got to take a break and come back, fuck,
That's
then
what
I
I
can
prefer.
come.
Yep, for
Yeah,
myself. Yep, that's what I usually
what
do.
to take that break in between?
Hmm.
Yeah, something about that break. I get less let it piss out, and something about that break in between. I don't know, but
What do you do during
um,
the break?
I'll go pee.
Either go pee or I sit and chill. We'll
Yeah,
relax,
or
talk. I'll
Okay.
rub on
yeah,
her. She'll rub
relax.
on
Yeah,
me, and then next thing you
Okay.
know, we're going at it again.
I'm back at it again. Yeah, it's not because my dick got soft. It's not because of that. It's
Yeah,
just
Is it just to slow down the mood and slow down what's happening?
yeah, I think it's for me. Now that you said that, honestly, I think it is. I think it's to reset and kind of slow down because for me, personally, sometimes I get so hyper focused. Mom, I don't know if it's my mom be running, but I'll just be overexcited. You know what I'm saying? And it
Right.
doesn't affect my
right.
performance, but for me achieving my goal, it affects that. So I find myself having to relax, take a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I can come back to it.
So,
Sometimes it's a 2 minute gap, sometimes a 5 minute gap. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
so for myself, it's more. Sometimes it depends on each woman because each woman is different. But like if she's already come a lot, like if I get her to come a couple times, and I still haven't got mine, and she just needs a breather. Cool, I'll give you the breather. It allows me to reset, helps me to
hmm
go longer. So I get that little reset in. Cool, let you lay there. We'll talk a little bit. Start back kissing. Next thing you know, and like my dick can either stay hard, it can go soft. But when we
hmm
start back touching and kissing, my boy ready to go. And then we'll go in for another one. And so like to me, that's how I count my rounds. It's not how many times I've come, but how many times
Yeah.
I make her
How
come,
many rounds?
take a
Yeah.
break, you know.
But I got another question. This was I forgot it. My original question was for me, like sometimes I'll be fucking and while we fucking, like I won't come. But as soon as she get off me, I may start masturbating. You know what I'm saying? And not like
Mm-hmm.
masturbating, because I'm about to come this right now, just to get it out. I mean like really masturbating to just finish myself off. You know what I'm saying? I've had her get offended in the past and say things like, "Oh,
That's
like
what I
it's
was going
not."
to ask.
Yeah, I've had that. She said I had to explain to her. It's not true. Of course, I'm attracted to you. I had a erection for the past hour. You know what I mean? We've been going at it. You know,
So
um,
why don't you finish with her? If I may, I'm going to
it's
dig in your
nothing.
business now.
No, it's all good. It's just nothing. Maybe I can't achieve the pressure I want. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, when I fuck,
Okay.
for me to come, it's about pressure for me. So it's about the
Okay.
squeeze, the grip that you put around
Right.
my dick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that sort of be, whatever. But that's what it's about for me. So
Right.
nobody knows this grip like this motherfucker here. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like I said, to finish
Preach, my
is I
boy,
could do it.
preach.
She get mad because when I start jerking off, I can come in 2 minutes, in less than a minute, because I know myself,
Right.
just like she knows herself. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
She'll
let's,
Absolutely.
tell you in a minute. Sometimes you're not always making me come. Sometimes I'm making myself come, because one thing about my lady, she do know her body extremely well. So
right.
I know my body too, and you know.
So then let me ask you, both of you,
Mm-hmm.
is hmm, is masturbation then a hindrance to having sex and finishing? Because at the end of the day, no matter how good a pum pum grips your cocky, it's never going to grip like your fist.
But
No
my
matter
fist
how
ain't not
good
gonna
a
get
pum
as
pum
wet.
strokes your cocky, it's never going to feel like the way you stroke your dick. So would you consider masturbation then to be a hindrance? Sorry, before you answer the question, we are taking tap in. So anybody that wants to weigh in, you can't stay for the whole time. You can come give like a 1-2 answer, stay for maybe a maximum of
Mm-hmm.
3 to 5 minutes. So, but if anybody wants to join in the conversation, please just,
I think a
hit
3 minute
the
maximum.
I
whatever.
was I
But
was just about to
would
put
you
a message in
consider
the comments.
masturbation to be a hindrance to sex then, both of you?
Pin that for me while I answer this real quick. Pin what she just said.
Go ahead.
Or we answer about. So check it out. Me personally, it could be a gift and a curse in my opinion. If you're masturbating
Okay.
together, you know what I'm saying, to finish or whatever the case may be, then it's fucking great. You know what I mean? If the girl don't mind, it's great. Me back in the day, I'm gonna say chronic masturbation for lack of a better word. Okay, me and my chronic masturbation versus with other insecurities I think I
Right.
had trouble finishing. You know what I mean? When we was fucking, I think that's what added to me the lack of me coming. You know what I'm saying? Because this
Okay.
version of me comes a lot. So so like I think it was attributed to that. So in that sense, you know what I mean, if you masturbate, you can desensitize yourself. I know fellas, you can't do that. That's a thing. You can desensitize yourself. So, control yourself. But
Okay.
to your question,
Mm-hmm.
AJ, You're right. No grip, no pussy can grip my dick like my hand, but my hand can
Right.
never get as wet as a pussy. Ever. It can never get as wet as a pussy. And the skin cells that's inside, I mean the
Is
tissue,
that really
because
true though?
from a
Is that
medical
really true?
perspective,
'Cause I feel like
So
lube is lube.
no. Nah,
so
something about that,
yes.
put that temperature of that
Um
shit, and nope, nope. And organicness,
now
no.
now I will
I can't drink lube. I can drink pussy juice.
so I'm a piggyback off I'm gonna agree and
That's
disagree with some, but first,
Agree,
um
disagree with some.
I'm gonna agree and then agree to disagree with him because like so like you said, it's responsibility masturbation. You know, if you're a
Yeah,
chronic masturbation masturbator, you can desensitize yourself, and that can affect you with your partner because you're used to your hand, and
Mhm.
therefore that sensation of feeling is not going to be the same versus pussy. You know, and because you've done that so many times and so long, it can desensitize you to pussy. Um, but then yes, it can get wetter than pussy because only because you can always add and add and add to make it wet. However, though, where it's like when men say they don't like women to use like toys and dildos because they think it's gonna replace, but then women are like, no, it doesn't replace like the warmth or that specific feel that a pussy does. Like that's what I'm like, that's where I think Slim's kind of going with that, where he's like the cells and the inside and the
yeah,
form.
yeah, yeah,
I got a
like
new I got a
right.
new toy the other day, and it's like it was my first stroker, and like
Oh,
I tested it out, and like the pattern inside of it, it was cool and it felt good, but even then, it still didn't compare to pussy,
That's what I'm saying. It's not
Um,
going.
yeah, it's never gonna. I would never trade my hand in for some pussy.
No,
I
never,
mean, I would
ever.
never trade. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
vice
you're right.
versa.
I
I
went
would never trade. No,
pussy
it's
for
vice
your
versa.
hand.
I would never
Yeah,
trade pussy in for my hand. Yeah,
yeah,
right. Okay.
definitely.
I was like, straighten that out.
yeah. My bad, y'all. I'm
Okay.
tired. Your boy running off like 4 hours of sleep, but we good.
You're all right. You're all right.
I
I
feel
didn't know if
like
either of you have
I feel
anything
like
else.
pussy. I feel like the feel of pussy keep some niggas out of jail. Like me personally and shit, because I love pussy and I can't get pussy in jail. And if a hand felt better than pussy,
But
I'm
you can
sure it'd
always
be.
take your hands with you. Your hands go
Yeah,
everywhere
but
you go.
I'm sure that if your hand was better than pussy, it'd be a lot more niggas in the penitentiary. That's all I'm saying. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
That's a fair assessment. So, knowing that you may or may not come because of the preference to masturbate to your finish, do you communicate that to your partner first, or do you just kind of leave that out of the conversation?
Ooh.
The only time for myself, so I think this is more gonna be a question for Slim because I'd rather finish with you
Mhm.
than to finish, after we get done and I, knock mine out. The only way that I would do that is if I haven't come yet and she is done, you know, and like
She's
she
finished.
cannot go anymore. Yeah,
Okay.
then that's the only time that I would probably do it. And usually like vice versa. Like I said, I would help her finish. Usually she will help me finish as well. Like she'll touch me here, touch me there, kiss me while I'm doing it, because physical touch it turns me on. Um,
Right.
but dang, remind me of the question again. Either way, yeah, I don't think it really pertains to me because
Do you
I
let
don't.
your partner know that there's a strong possibility that you may not finish with them, but it has nothing to do with them? Or do you just let the interaction go and maybe have the conversation if she asks why you didn't finish? Like for me,
Yeah,
there was a person that I was with, I took personal offense every time we fucked and he didn't finish. Like I felt like, okay, maybe it was me, maybe my good pussy isn't good pussy, like maybe I'm not, exciting, whatever it is, all the things you kind of run through your head with your insecurities. But we never had a conversation about it. He never mentioned it to me until we had to have a conversation about it because I was upset.
hmm
So in that vein, do you let the person know beforehand? So Slim, do you let your partner know beforehand, or you just kind of like when it comes up, it comes up?
So for me and what I got going on, like my shit and lack thereof, um, I usually say ahead of time, and not as like I say ahead of time, like you said, just to kind of give them a little buffer, let them know, like, listen. Well, number one, let them know we're gonna be fucking for a long time, so grab some water. That's number one. That's why I tell you, I'm serious to let you know we're gonna be doing this for a minute. So
Okay.
if your pussy gets sore or some shit like that, or it's too much, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Or if it dry up, I'm gonna just back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I can go. And number two, to let them know, yeah, it's not you, it's a me thing. So relax. But that used to happen to me a lot. yo, what's wrong? People say what's wrong with you. Then they like, yo, is it me? Is it not good? You don't like it? Like, what's going on? Like, I done came like 3 times already. Blah blah blah. And I was, nah, it's just, I don't know. It's me, but I don't have that problem now.
Okay. I do have a very important question to ask the two of you. Something that we had discussed before. So,
Is it still
I will give you
surrounding
the background
masturbation or
story.
something different?
This is something different.
Okay.
Okay.
So I recently had a conversation with someone. We were negotiating a sexual exchange. And the negotiations of the sexual exchange were basically he wanted me to suck his dick, but he didn't want to eat my pussy. And what he thought was a fair exchange was that he would finger me and use manual stimulation to simulate sucking on my pom pom versus actually doing it.
Oh man, what's that movie?
So my question to you both is a man's fingering a good substitution for oral pleasure? That's the question.
I'm gonna take the lead on this one, Slim. I'm going to say one, does depend on the woman. You know, if she just really gets turned on by fingering, then that's a different story. But myself, nah, it's not. Like, don't get me wrong, I can work some fingers, but it does not compare to my mouth. And I the majority of the men out there, I don't think that their fingering game is that well that it imitates getting your clit sucked, you know, or your pussy even. So I'm gonna say no. That negotiation would have been taken off the table. You
Oh,
had
it
to
was.
come back with something. Had to come back with something stronger. Um, because nah, there that feeling of, and I just love head in general. So like that feeling, and you telling me that I need to that I'm gonna have to replace that great feeling with this, but you want me to get, nah, we good.
Slim, what are your thoughts on that?
Um, I'm with you on that one. I don't think it's a replacement. Just looking at the word itself, we talking about oral. Oral means mouth. So if your mouth ain't involved, it ain't fucking oral. I
Right.
mean, that's not even me being funny. It's dead serious and definition wise. It ain't oral. So that's number one. Number two is, uh, no, just no. You know, I mean, y'all know how I feel about the fingers and the thumbs and yeah, all that shit there. Like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to
I,
figure out how a finger can imitate a tongue and lips though. Like, is there some
yeah,
type of like
that's equivalent to
he been
girls
throwing
saying,
up gang signs his whole life that he just got it down pat like that where he can,
nah,
You're
listen, yeah,
utterly
playing the piano on that motherfucker. Look,
you know what
listen,
I'm saying?
right.
what
Like that.
in the equa, he said you gotta pluck it. But check it out. That's equivalent to a girl saying, yeah, I'm not gonna suck your dick, you know, I'm just gonna jerk you off. Like, no, I don't want
Right.
those are two very different things. Do you understand my point? Like, you can suck me off while you
Right.
jerk me, you can jerk me off while you suck my dick, but to
Or you
just
can
get a if I had
alternate,
the
but
option, I don't want that.
No, but
I
that
will.
was
What up,
his
Nick?
offer. His
what's up,
offer
bro?
was straight. He doesn't, what he said was he only eats pussy when he's in a relationship. And so my response was, but you want your dick sucked when you're not in a relationship. He said, well, he felt like it was different, but he knows from his own personal experience that he's able to provide the same type of sensation as having his mouth on a woman's pussy by using his fingers to And I thought to myself,
I'm a
one, I don't want to
How
be
could he
pissed,
tell? How could he
but that's what
I'm
I'm
a
tell?
saying.
couple
He
people
said
said on that.
he's never had a complaint. So my thing is, I didn't want to be an experiment and find out because I know that if that didn't actually happen, I was going to cuss and there was going to be a fight and I'm not able to go
So
to the
what?
jail in the people's US of A.
So what I would have loved for you to do was to renegotiate with him and be like, all right, I tell you
You
what,
No,
could
no,
you
let
I
could
me
blocked
try it.
him.
And
bullshit.
if it doesn't, I know, no, I'm glad you did. But just like my curiosity factor for you to come back and tell us, you know, you would have just had to
Hmm.
sacrifice it. I'm sorry. But, you know, would have been like, all right, I'll tell you what, you do it to me first. And if it does not feel like that, you're out. Like that's it.
Right.
There's nothing else.
That's true.
So,
That's a fair
you know,
negotiation.
that's what I would have responded with that, just out of a curiosity factor, because I want to call bullshit on that so bad because
They
I
gotta
just
be
don't see
bullshit.
how.
They gotta be bullshit. No, I don't believe that at all.
Hey, Nick.
What's up,
Huh?
Nick?
Nick from Erotic Boudoir.
Can we
So
Look
did
ask
at
you
a
that
hear
real
little
the
bright
question?
original
smile.
question?
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you hear the question or the statement that I posed about the guy who offered to manually stimulate me in place of sucking on my pussy, but wanted me to give him head?
Yeah, I did hear that shit. Listen, I if I would have enough strength to renegotiate in the midst of the act. I need those lines and boundaries to be
To be
set
clear.
or we get
Yes.
in any sort of situation, because who the fuck used car is he selling? What Pinto engine is he putting in this BMW,
Mm-hmm.
sir?
Mm-hmm.
No, no, sir.
That nigga
Absolutely.
ain't even got a manicure.
Right?
Fuck that.
Oh,
Ain't
done.
no way.
But he assured me that he's done that with other women and he's never
No.
had any complaint. And my thought is maybe you're dealing with women who don't know about actual pleasure. And
Mm-hmm.
so because you've, like you fingered them or rubbed on their clit with your thumb and made them come, that they feel like you did something for them. I can do that shit by myself
And
every
even
day.
then, they may have just been trying to save him the embarrassment and just like,
That's true.
okay,
They
I'm
may
not
be
gonna tell
thinking,
him
what the
this.
fuck is this
I
guy
don't
doing?
want to hurt his.
I ain't
Yeah.
sparing nobody's feelings.
So my question is, why wasn't he? That's mine too, man. Because I love eating pussy. It's fun. I do it for my pleasure.
Like
Like I
they
don't.
don't
I
they don't even make toys that feel like someone's actually eating your pussy. Like there's
Didn't
so
we
you
just say
thought
that? We just
there's
said
all
that.
types of different things. There's not even toys created to mimic someone actually eating your pussy. So there's no way in the world you gonna sit here and tell me
absolutely.
that you gonna use your fingers. Your fingers don't have no heat to them. They
Nope.
don't have no sort of texture to them
Moisture. Nope.
like
Yeah,
tongue.
that's what I'm saying. Like you gonna be spitting on the like if you spit, you might as well go eat it.
You spit
B.
on pussy, we gonna
Your
fight.
tongue. Your tongue is one of the strongest. Your tongue is
But
one of the
okay,
strongest muscles
Don't
in
you
your
bring
body.
that
Like
Cheeto ass spit over here on my pussy. Don't do it, sir.
but not even that. Okay, so hold on.
wait, hold on. Do
So
what?
even if you agree to the manual stimulation, you have to consider the fact that, okay, so let's say unless he's using lube and there's an abundance of it where your pussy is completely wet on the outside and he's doing what he's doing, if he doesn't do that, and let's say it is where he has to lick his thumb, think
I was
about the
just like
number of
you.
times that he's going to have to stop to re-lubricate his thumb with his.
Have you met this man face to face before?
No.
He got halitosis. That's what it is. His breath stink. That's why. That's got to be it. I'm trying to figure out why. He's either just not that good at it or his
He
breath
probably
stink.
just scared of pussy, yo. He probably scared to look at it for some weird
That
reason.
too.
I don't know.
And he could have
I don't know.
want to eat anyone's pussy. He could have been very, very upfront. Like, I don't eat anyone's pussy, but I
Yeah,
want to touch it with my hands. Like, be honest. If you have a strong set of skills, use that strong set of skills. If you say my fingers are very, very, skillful and, I can make all of this type of different things with my fingers, say that. But don't say
right.
I can make it feel like I'm actually eating my
Yeah, don't lie. Don't lie.
boy,
Don't
But
say.
boy, fuck you. Boy,
But
fuck.
that was his offer in balance to getting his dick sucked. So I feel like because he didn't have anything else to bring to the table or to the negotiation and wanting to ensure that he got his dick sucked, that was his counter offer. I'm not going to eat your pussy, but what I can do for you is rub on it and it will feel just like I'm sucking. First of all, unless you're going to be pinching and pulling my clit, in which case we'd have to fight. How do
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you using your fingers is in
Just
any way,
anything
shape, or
close.
form?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Like, does
saying.
my man have suction cups on his fingers? He an alien. I'm
Like
trying to understand this because like you can't imitate that sucking on the clip.
No.
yeah, I think he just scared of pussy. Like that's what I'm saying. He gotta be scared of pussy, and it can be a little confusing, if you an amateur, but you just gotta dive in and figure that shit out, man. Like
You know what
you'll
I'm
be
saying?
alright. Pull the
Yeah.
hood
I
back,
would
like
have
I say.
respected it
Find a
more if
weapon.
he told me that he's not really into eating pussy than
Right.
trying to give me a pseudo equivalent to that.
Would you
So,
mind sliding me this young man's information, please? Because
no,
I
no,
got
I can't do
questions
that.
for him, please.
No, no, I
Yeah.
can't do
Let
that.
know
I
what
got
that means.
questions.
So,
Please,
Nick,
I can never
question
look at
for
you the
you,
same
as it is
now.
masturbation
Like,
month and you are the dildo dealer, for those of you who do not know Nick from Erotic Boudoir, and everybody should, where they prioritize your pleasure. She is the local neighborhood and international dildo dealer. So, for
thank you for the plug.
masturbation month, the question that I put to the gentleman: do you believe in masturbating while you're still in a relationship, or should that sex and your sex only be reserved for that person and self pleasure is off the table while you're in a relationship?
I have a question for each one of you after Nick answers.
Uh-oh.
You self pleasure is gonna be off the table because you're in a relationship. What the fuck? Like
Yeah.
What if he gets offended that you're playing with your pussy after he's like laid out your back?
everybody gotta eat. Like when you ain't home, who gonna chef up the meal, sir? Like
Oh,
everybody gotta eat. You have to. Your body changes. So what you like 5 years ago is not gonna be what you like today. So
That's
you
true.
constantly figure out what your body likes, how you're being stimulated, what you don't like anymore, right? Because I used to like someone sucking on my pussy, sucking on my labia like really hard. I don't like that shit no more. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
like punch him in the top of his head and tell him cut that shit out.
and you gotta
Not
keep
punch him in the top of the head.
sensitive
I'm just
parts.
saying.
All things are
Knock him.
muscle.
But
You
I
know what
got
I
a
mean?
question. I got a question, Nick. So look, if the Joker was like, "Yo, I don't want you masturbating in front of me. I don't care if you masturbate when I'm not there because I can't see it. I don't want that
Mm.
shit happening in front of me." Would you pull back and
Him and old
scale it
boy
back?
don't eat pussy need to be best friends then.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with them
Somebody
niggas.
told
Right?
me to masturbate in front of them, then that person is not for me. I got to go. I got to
Red
go. Like
flag.
That part.
Where the
I'm
red flag at, Val, when
not
I need it?
Right? Where's Val? Need a
I'm
flag on the
not
play.
I'm not wasting any time with you anymore because fuck that. I am who I am and I like what I like, and you either have to accept me for who I am, all of this, everything, or I don't have to be here at all. It's that
I like
simple.
it.
That part.
Yeah.
You could go ahead. You can leave. It's all right.
Ladies, if your man does not want to see you play with your pussy,
Yeah,
come
you're
on over to
beautiful
death
pussy.
row. I got you.
Word is
Right?
wrong. Come on over to
Come on
death
over to
row.
death row. I got you.
I do have a very unique
Shit.
situation though. I used to date a guy who it wasn't that he didn't want me to play with my pussy in front of him. He didn't like the look of pussy, like seeing pussy bust it when you bust it wide open. He never liked it because he said anytime he looked at it, he got turned off because he would think of an orangutan ass.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry. What?
yeah.
They look different.
Even with his dick inside of it, like I feel like a man when my dick is stretching some pussy. When
Right.
you talk about when it got that beat up, swole shit, like yeah,
You feel me?
that's
That's what I was saying.
that's when
I
you
like
in there
seeing it when
deep.
it's
That's how
even
you know reach
swollen.
that
Like
different layer. It look like
Which
that.
was different, but he never liked to look at pussy when it was like bust wide open. He did not like that shit. And at first I was like,
He
what
don't
what
knock on
you
doors.
don't find that
He need
suspicious,
to start
right?
knocking on
Like
some
you
doors.
don't find that
these
suspicious. But then I was
these
like,
Negroes built differently in the worst way.
they are. But then I tested him one time. I said, let me put on a little porn, right? Because we, watching some porn together, whatever. So I picked
Ew.
something that I knew that girl was going to be busting it wide open. And when he saw it, he was like, Nick, what? Come on now. And I was like,
That shit real, B. Yeah, he had a phobia.
it was really a thing.
Fat
He
pussy
said,
phobia.
find
Wow.
him of orangutan ass. I was like, all right, well, whatever.
All right, that's a mental. That sounds like some fucking deep trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhere he went to
yeah.
safari one
Like the
time at Great
orangutan,
Adventures
like
and saw some shit he was
the
supposed
ass
to
on his
see.
face at some point as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Maybe he watched like National Geographic or Wild Kingdom or one of those shows
Boom,
where
then it was just orangutan ass was right there. Real quick,
That's
AJ, I
wild.
don't know if it has a timer. I just noticed that it's 9 o'clock.
yes.
Is this a good time for us to jump off and then jump back on?
I don't know if it's actually going to cut us off because you never know what Instagram is doing. So let me check the time, which I don't really know how to do. It's not letting
Yeah, I
me
didn't
do
know
it.
there was a timer. Okay, well then let's keep going, y'all. If it closes us out, we'll get right back
Yeah,
on.
if
So
it kicks us out, it kicks us out and we will be right back. That's all. But Mr. L, you said that you had a question for us. What was the question?
yes, in the spirit of masturbation month, um, it's gonna be maybe two-part question. Then. One, and I already know yours, AJ, because we've talked about it a couple of times, but you can reiterate it for the people who are watching and listening. What is your favorite? Do you have like a specific form of masturbating that you enjoy? Do you have to be at a certain angle? Do you have to move your fingers a certain way? Do you prefer to use a toy? Do you this, that, or the other?
Hmm.
Secondly, where's your favorite place to masturbate? Third, where's the wildest place you've masturbated?
Oh, bro.
Good questions.
Good question. That was a good question.
We'll start with you, AJ.
Really? Is that what we're doing now?
You already
Really?
knew. You already knew it. You already knew it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Nick is coming after you.
Favorite position? Oh
You
boy,
guys,
just giving away my
you guys,
secrets.
you guys gotta
Um,
find a lot about me. Go ahead.
Favorite position. Okay, so my go-to position is laying on my back, ankles crossed, rubbing my mound, and watching some form of porn. And my porn tastes range from alien and monster porn to
Yeah,
guy
me
on
too. Go
guy,
ahead.
gangbang. Like it really, yeah, my tastes are very vast. It really just is a mood thing. Um,
Hmm.
Where's the most interesting place I've ever masturbated? Oh my God, I didn't want to say this because why? For the people who like are highly religious, I'm so sorry. But in a pew at church,
So as I've noticed, like that has been the consistent wildest place that like sexual acts have taken place in are in church. I'm not risking that. But a lot of people I've talked to, like it's been like their place. They've either been inside or outside.
I was bored. So, I was trying to help myself refocus. And sometimes it wakes you up, it gives you like a little bit of jolt of energy. And I
Right.
kind of needed that. So, and there was a third part to your question. So where, favorite position, and what was the other one?
Technique was the other one.
Technique?
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's what it was. Yeah.
Technique. I'm honestly, when it comes to masturbation, because I'm
Your
usually
pussy
just
man.
looking for like a quick hard nut and like to
Mm,
kind of go along my way. Like when I stop to masturbate, it's usually because I'm at a point of frustration. I need to clear my head, and so like I need to just do that really quick and get it going and move on. When I have time, I want a spliff, I have a drink, I can lay down and just kind of like take care of myself slowly and just like pause and come back to it and that kind of stuff. But yeah,
right.
the shirt, it's really just that. Like my Kegels are deadly. I'll just say that.
All right then. Nick.
What was the question again?
AJ
The
snapped on what's
Kegels.
happening.
Woo.
What was the
All right. Do you have a specific technique or a toy or something that you use when masturbating?
A
Um,
single toy? Have you seen Nick's draw?
no,
Hello,
a toy. Is there
a
okay, a favorite
single
one?
toy?
Your
Come
favorite, and
no.
then I know, okay, your
mind
favorite
your
one. Or
business?
is there like a
Stay out
specific
that goddamn
position?
drawer.
Is there a
Huh?
specific
Okay, you're
position
falling out.
that
Sorry.
you enjoy or have to masturbate in? And then the third one was the wildest place you masturbated. So technique and slash toy position, wildest place.
Position. If I just want to knock it out, get it out the way, I'm usually on my back, lean more so on my right side with my left knee up and my legs open.
Ooh.
Right.
I got to try that.
Would you care to demonstrate real quick for the people?
I'm naked right now, so I can't,
I'm
unfortunately.
saying, can we not get kicked off of Instagram, please?
Yeah, nah.
AJ, no, I don't like having clothes on, even when
You
she
don't
here.
have. Listen to me. I part-time live with Nick when I'm in Philadelphia. Nick don't like clothes. She don't like clothes.
Usually when she here, we both walking around with wife beaters and panties on and shit. Like, hey girl, she be like, hey girl, I'm gonna cook some.
That's the place
Trip
that
to
y'all want to
Philly.
be.
That
I'm just saying.
trip to Philly.
Favorite toy. It's a toss up. I like my womanizer because it has like a hard flick to it, like a finger almost flicking. But I
Hmm.
also like my satisfier because it's great suction. I'm in the process
Mm.
of using some more toys right now, so that's gonna update. So just like how you say masturbating techniques and things like that, I'm constantly updating my shit. I'm constantly
Hmm.
doing different things to
And
my body. The muscle memory doesn't get stagnant. You know what I mean? Just
that's
like
very important. Learn
when you
yourself.
work out, your body's a muscle. Your pussy is muscle. Your dick is muscles. All those things are muscle memory. So you can't do the same thing or your body just gets used to that and then it becomes more difficult to do some other shit when you're trying to do some other shit.
Hmm.
Um the most odd place, it was work. I was at my job at the time, but the most unusual place that I actually had sex was on a train, a Jersey Transit train.
Oh.
So I
Me,
want to be on the Mile High Club, and I want to be on the train club, whatever that's called. Not well, I wouldn't mind the train by specific when they ran on me, but I meant like on the train.
Sorry, run
So
that back again, please. What was that?
I'm sorry. I can't because it was disrespectful of me to cut off a nip. My bad. Go ahead.
Wow. Is that how we're doing it
Mm.
now?
So the most unusual place was a train, and if you know New Jersey Transit trains, the Patco trains, the seats are pretty wide and they're bench seats. So I had
Mm-hmm.
on my sundress at the time, and so he sat down and he looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, this is about to happen." So I just stood up, like pulled my dress up, and then just sat on him. It was out, and the motion of the train, I didn't have to do too much. Just all of the rattling of the train did
Wow.
everything.
Sundress season is approaching.
Hmm.
Yes,
Add it
it
to bucket
is.
list.
And what was the other part of the question?
I think that was it. You got all three.
Yeah, that was a freeze.
Okay. Yeah.
Slim.
That's wild, man. I could see a train now. That makes sense. Only I'm from Jersey, so
Yeah.
I know about the. Nah, okay.
Slim, what are yours?
So what was it again? What's the first one? Where? I mean, my position, right?
Position. Yep,
So for me,
position.
my position is
Then
probably either
position slash
just.
like.
So my position is
Hmm.
probably just sitting up, like I said, on a couch, like sitting up, like in a chair, or laying down on my back. That's the only two positions, really. I'm lazy, so I don't like standing up. Um, you said
Is there
where?
a technique?
Oh, my
Is
technique.
there a Yeah, a specific technique?
Just you know, fight the power. Like I said, the
The
grip.
vice grip fist.
Yeah, the
Vice
vice grip
grip.
fist, the vice grip fist. You know what I mean? I like to be
Uh-huh.
as lubricated as possible. You know what I mean? Sometimes we raw dog it out, dry handed, but that's when I'm already there, and I just got to get it out aggressively.
That
You a
doesn't hurt.
dangerous man.
Hmm?
That doesn't
I
hurt
could
when you don't. I'm fascinated by men
because
who
that
don't use any sort of lubrication to masturbate. Like, you don't
nah,
feel like
I
you're
swear to
chafing off
God,
your buddy head? Like, I don't get it.
no, because don't stroke like a you gotta be smart. Don't stroke like a fucking madman. I could keep my dick in my pants and just squeeze my thighs together hard enough and make myself come.
I've seen that with men. So there's a category
Yeah.
of porn
Yeah.
that I enjoy where these men, these gentlemen, they put on stockings or fishnets and they don't stroke or anything. They
Mhm.
essentially position it on their body and in between their
Mhm.
way that when they open and close their legs, it
Mhm.
like shimmies on their thigh. So the friction from
Oh,
the stocking
Mhm.
and the friction of the movement just on their leg makes them come.
Mhm.
So
Fact.
sexy.
So for me, I don't. It's not a matter of rubbing it like on my thigh, not like that, but it's more so it's like pretty much squeezing and pressure. I will move my legs, but I don't have to open my legs wide. I can do it. Y'all wouldn't even probably know it. You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to my
mm.
face and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But
When you're turned on and like you're really turned on, the like friction
yeah,
of something rubbing up against it definitely like yeah, been there
yeah,
before.
that's what I'm saying.
Been there
So
before.
just the pressure alone, but for me, it's pressure. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
jealous. I want a penis, honestly. I know that we keep having this conversation. I know I keep saying like, but like I'm really having penis envy right now.
I
Like
mean,
I
for real.
told you you could borrow
Fun.
mine whenever you want to. You know,
yeah, I got all the power. I don't. You know what I mean?
just
I can't take it with me. It's not the same thing. I'm not gonna feel the feeling. It's not the same.
I mean, yeah, but that's a hell of a trade-off. That's all I'm saying.
all right. So the wildest place in them.
Oh, well, I'll just put. Oh my God. So because I have that ability that I just told you, right? Because I have that ability, I can tell you when I figured out I was in seventh grade when I figured out that I had that ability. And I was sitting in the back of a reading class. Her name was Mrs. Smith to be exact. And that's when it happened. That's the first time that ever happened to me.
Ah,
I'm dead
ooh,
Your
serious.
shit,
teacher.
Mrs. Smith.
Not looking at my teacher. I was looking at another chick in my class, but that's when it happened.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Okay.
That's the God's honest truth.
Um, so I know Fun Sexual had requested to go live with us. Nick, I'm going to thank you for jumping on and having this discussion with us. We're going to give you love and kisses and disconnect to give Fun Sexual an opportunity to jump in and answer the questions around masturbation in a relationship and whether or not a man fingering is a good substitution for eating pussy.
You got it. I'm gonna exit out. What
Nice.
up, Maj?
Thank
So while
you. We love
while
you.
you
Thanks for
waiting,
jumping
Thank
in
you,
with us.
Nick. We love you,
oh,
Nick.
too late. So while she's coming in, I guess I'll answer for myself real quick.
Yes,
Um,
please.
so I guess like technique to it. So technique one is like it's more the twist and with a nice squeeze on it, and especially like the head
Mm-hmm.
part. If y'all listen to the episode with me and what's going on, Mash?
What's going on?
If you listen to the episode that I had with Nick, who was just on,
Yeah.
we're talking about like kind of squeezing the head like a stress ball a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
so that nice grip and twist. Um, Usually, I'm like I had to be like I'm at an angle, like laid back, chilling. I don't like to stand up and do it. Like it just goes away for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm desensitized to always chilling, laid back, and plus it's a great angle if I'm recording to do. But then also
What,
I like
standing up?
the no, not
Laying
sitting
back.
down. I got
Oh,
some.
laying
I got
back.
some
Yeah.
where I'm standing up, but like laid back chilling because there's some women who like to see the balls in there as well, a little gooch
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Um,
Want to see the whole
but
package?
All
Whole
of it.
shaft,
yeah,
bro.
exactly. Um, but even then, like I like I don't know if I talked about it on the live, but on the podcast I may have. Like I have this cock ring where it's like a double ring, so one goes on the base of the shaft, the other one goes around the balls.
Hmm.
That is my favorite cock ring. But then I have a vibrating one that I can't use because I've already broke one of them. Because it like it
Okay.
snapped. Yeah,
Push
it was
it
too
to the
tight.
limit.
It was too tight. But it's a vibrating one, so I'll still use like the vibrator, and I'll triple up. I have the cock ring on the shaft, the cock ring on the balls, and then the vibrator on the gooch. Because fellas, y'all need
Isn't
to
it
try out the
amazing what a
vibrator on the
cock ring would
gooch.
do to a pair of balls?
Have you seen the ones that
Fantastic.
have two that
It's
go around the ball,
amazing.
so it like separates the balls, and now they look like they're in like
I,
ponytails?
Send me
That's
No.
that,
nice.
please. Send me that
They,
because no, I have not.
when I find a link, I'll send that to you.
Yeah.
They have one.
Fact.
It goes around the dick, and then they got two more that go around the balls individually.
Your face right now, Mr. L.
It
Mm,
is very
I'm
aesthetically
curious
pleasing.
now.
Let me say that.
I needs that. I needs that. What's up, girl? Introduce yourself. Tell
What's
the
going
people who you
on,
are,
y'all?
and then
Hey.
Hey,
spit
I'm
whatever you want to.
Majesty, aka the Fun
Mm-hmm.
Sexual, aka the Wholesome Hoe, aka the Sexy Sweetheart, aka the Play Party Princess, and a lot of other
Hey.
things.
I got nothing on hers.
So, to put the question to you that we had asked earlier, do you see a problem with continuing to masturbate when you are in a relationship? If your partner asked you to not masturbate because you're in a relationship and they would take care of whatever sexual needs that you have, would you agree to it or not?
So absolutely, I would never, ever, ever agree to anything like that. That sounds like prison, and I don't want to go to jail. I ain't do nothing wrong here.
Right.
People have asked me that and have said that before, and I never really understand that because, like, the sensation of sex and the sensation of masturbating are two completely different sensations.
Mm-hmm.
One does not make anyone better than the other. Sometimes I want one, sometimes I want the other, sometimes I want them both. Sometimes I want to do it and I want you to watch. I don't want you to touch me. I want to tease you. Sometimes I want to watch
Mhm.
you. So like it's two completely different things, and I just don't think that it's fair to take that away from somebody just because you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Would you feel like the session is incomplete if your partner hasn't come by way of you and needed themselves to finish? Like needed to
No,
finish themselves? Okay.
absolutely not. Because sometimes I don't, you might be taking a little too long. I'm tired. I'm done. I've pulled out all the tricks, all the spins. I got
Say
nothing
that.
left, baby. Do what you
Right.
gotta
Say
do.
that.
Like, and sometimes it's on the other side. I've had sex with people before, and I wasn't satisfied, and I had to, finish myself. And so I don't want you to feel
Mhm.
away, and I don't think of you as less of a person or less of a man or whatever. Like, it's not even that type of thing. I needed something you could have provided at the moment. That's cool, but I can and I will happily. You want to watch? I
So,
like to be watched.
okay. How do you have that conversation with them without offending them, let's say, or so that it isn't a ding against their ego? Is
I
there a way to
struggle
do
with
that?
that a lot because
Okay.
it is very easy to offend people, especially when it comes to sex and sexuality, it being this like taboo topic. It's very easy to offend people, so that's something that I struggle with. But I've learned lately my thing has been telling somebody after the fact, usually telling somebody in the moment. We're sitting here, we're laying in the bed, we're naked. It hasn't been the best. It doesn't feel the best for me yet. So
Right.
I'll just wait until after, and then I'll be like, I like to debrief after sex usually, and kind of just talk about what I like, what I didn't like, and stuff like that. And so when I'm doing my debrief, I like to be like, so, we did this, we didn't do this, and I didn't like that, or maybe next time we should do a little more of this. And so that's my way of going about it. But I wish that I did have the chutzpah to say it in the moment, because like I wanted that now, like right now.
Mm. Yeah, those conversations I find are always difficult, Mr. L. Slim. I don't know if it's the same for you, but yeah, once, especially when it comes to sex and people's egos are involved because they're thinking about any number of things, maybe how much it is that they want to please you, the desire, they want to be the one that brings you to that point. And the ego gets in the way when they realize that maybe they're not able to achieve that, but instead of being objective they're objective. Instead of being objective about it, they personalize it and internalize it as something that they've done or they're unable to do. And
So
9 times out of 10, I don't
I'm
think
gonna
that is actually the case.
I'm gonna throw in two things real quick. Like, yeah, 9 times out of 10 it's not the case because I've had that happen where like I didn't come and she thought like it was a her thing. Well, I didn't make you come or this, that, or the other. Like once she did like
Don't you
tap out for
love
the
me?
most
Don't
part.
you love the sex? Is my pussy
Yeah,
not good enough?
it's
Yeah,
not good
yeah,
enough.
you know, I
All
was
the
like,
time.
nah,
It's
nah, you
not
agree,
good. I
but you
know
was
it's
like,
good.
yeah, exactly. So no, it's not a them thing because one, if it was them, my dick would have went soft and it wouldn't even came
Exactly.
close to all that
Exactly. Or I
long time
wouldn't be
ago.
here.
Right.
Exactly. Then the other thing, what we were talking about, how do you have that conversation? I found so one instance that I had, the young lady made sure, like it was her goal to make sure that she drained me first because I was usually the one who drained her. But then afterwards, like I fingered her, or she masturbated right there, and I held her. The same thing I was telling Slim to do. And I did like that's no offense to me. Like I was taken aback, so I was like, oh, like I'm the one who caved this time. But it was like her specific goal to get me to,
Tonight.
and so like and things like that. Like I don't believe you have to have like afterwards, yes, because then I'm like, yo, what was that? Like you what
What
previous
just
times,
happened
and she
here?
was like, no, she was like, no, my goal was to make sure that I got you, and like she got hers, a couple of times, of course, but it wasn't to my satisfaction, because I like to go more than two. I want to drain your body. So the fact that she drained me before I could drain her, I was like, no, we're not done. Masturbate, play with your pussy. I'm gonna hold you. This, yeah,
A scholar and a gentleman. We love to see it.
take my
I
bow.
swear, I'm gonna try that shit tonight. I'm telling you.
Masturbation is such a fun way. I like, especially with
I'm
new
gonna hold
partners,
this
like
thing
I
down.
like to watch them masturbate because I want to know like how do you come? What is it? Because some
Yes,
people like to squeeze their balls when they're about to come, or like people
yes.
have these different things. Some people really just like it on the head. Some people like it more. I want to watch you do it, so then I know like how I can please you. That's how
I
else
pinch
am
my
I
own
supposed to know?
nipples sometimes when I'm masturbating. Like,
Yeah.
and if you see the video, then now like, okay, little nipple stimulation.
Yeah, I like
That's
But
to
it,
how
put
I
you
her
found
foot
you,
definitely
on.
should take
sir.
it as a teaching moment or a learning moment. Just watching and
I just
observing
want
your
to stop.
partner, like as you said, to see what it is that they do so that you can learn how to please them. So that when you're stroking them, to just stroke the head, incorporate the balls, pinch, suck, lick, bite, and everything else.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I like it. I like all it.
you
Okay.
funny man.
Can I tell you
You
what I
So
had
funny.
the
then
other
the
night?
other
Can I
the
tell
Funny.
you what I
other
had the other night?
question, sorry, Slim,
Masturbation.
I said,
Masturbation brings friends together. We'll just say that.
yo, I had the
masturbation
other
brings friends together.
Masturbation make people money on Twitter too.
It really does.
shit. I'm about to get
I,
started then.
And on
hey, so
OnlyFans,
matter of
just
fact,
saying.
we're gonna go to your question real quick, AJ. But y'all remember
Oh,
a while back we had the conversation about the Nut Olympics, um,
yes,
where you're gonna get you a panel of women and nut up. So
yes.
I think I
So
told
we
you
did
I
the
was
Dick Olympics. So
retiring.
the next phase to it would be the Nut Olympics.
So I think I told you I was retiring, but one of those reasons why is because I made $500 on Twitter because of the nut video
Yes.
competition, and that is how I met this nice, beautiful young lady down here.
Was that the Busset challenge where
Yes.
it exploded on time yeah. I will say, even though I'm not supposed to comment and know these things, it was very well timed and it was a very well earned $500. I will
Listen,
definitely say
I was thoroughly impressed. I was like, wow, okay, I
that.
like it here.
I
Huh.
had
So
something to
that
say,
might
but I
be something
forgot.
that we might have to bring that back.
I'm
I'm just
prepared. Put me on the panel.
saying. Slim, I don't know. I thought you were going to say something, but I'm not sure.
I was, but I forgot
Okay.
once you said that.
Sorry.
I started to say it, then y'all started talking about some other shit, and I was like, all right, I'm going.
Not leave live
Look for,
chat
I know
on
somebody
Twitter.
said that they're going on Twitter to search it. Look for it. I guess it's a Busted Challenge. I'm not really sure what it was listed under, but
I think I got it bookmarked or saved somewhere. So I might let one of y'all retweet it or something. And y'all have to go follow either AJ or Madge on Twitter, and you might be able to see it in their likes or something. We'll figure
hey,
something out.
Queen.
I'm not. Y'all know I'm not gonna do
Or,
that
you know, you could
already.
slide in Mr. L's DMs and, you know, make a personal request. I'm just saying he might accommodate you.
That has happened.
Queen, what's going on, lady?
That's still
Hey, Queen.
only way not to get flagged these days because I still can't go live.
That's okay. They'll release you shortly. Okay, and then the final question, sorry, so that question that we had talked about before, the substitution. So the man that wants his dick sucked but doesn't want to eat pussy, what he wants to do is manually stimulate you as the substitution for reciprocity of head. Your thoughts on that? You're holding your forehead already. You're like, yeah, we're not here for
When
any of
you
that
said
bullshit.
that, I was like, you gotta go. You got like,
Yeah, he was dead serious. He was dead serious.
I've heard several men recently saying, like, men saying that they don't eat pussy, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, was there a video that I missed? Was there a TikTok? Like, what's happening now? Because I keep hearing about this, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, the rationale that I have heard from some men is because women bleed from their vagina, because there's stuff that is excreted daily, hourly, minutely, like it's always wet. There's always stuff coming out of it. It's not the same as sucking a man's dick because men don't leak and all this other bagafuckery with them one shots. But they feel no way to want to have their unwashed, salty balls and cheesy dickhead sucked on. They don't feel no type of way about that shit.
Time out real quick.
Yes, sir.
Men, unbeknownst,
I'm in Dooley.
especially say throughout the day, if you get hard and then you go soft, usually there's some pre-cum that leaks out of your
Yep, I
penis.
was just about to say that.
Even when you like pee, if you don't like wipe the tip of your dick, and even then, there are driplets that still come out into your bratches or briefs sometimes. So like, yeah, we leak too, you know.
Yeah, word is bond.
It's
Shout out,
like being real.
Shout out to Miss Goya Bean. I don't know if she's still in the chat. If you is, sweetheart, shout out to you. Because one day she put a post up, and this rant was about niggas, or men, sorry, motherfuckers, dabbing up their dick after they pee. Like, yo, you got to do that shit. That's a real thing, son. And she was like, yo, you don't think you got piss stains in your drawers from fucking piss leaking out after you pee?
Exactly.
Because they don't, but you have men who really don't feel like there's a problem because they convince themselves because they don't have secretions or leakage the way that women do, that somehow my guy, you piss and don't rinse off your buddy head. You don't even use like a wet piece of paper for wipe off the pee stains from your buddy head, and then you want me to lick and suck on that? Have you lost your fucking mind?
So
where they do that at?
In our defense, we're not trained to grow up to wiping our dickhead. I don't know about you,
Train yourselves. You're big enough. When you become an adult and you become aware, you're big enough to know better.
But if you don't, a lot of us, we don't know it's a problem until the last minute. If you don't know it's a problem, like I was made aware of it. I had a shorty tell me, yo, I taste urine in your dick. I want to suck it. But I taste urine in it. Ever since that moment, I've had a complex. So I go and I make sure I pat my shit down. But I'm saying from a time I learned how to piss straight to that moment, it never occurred to me because it wasn't something, you know how women are taught to wipe front to back or whatever, certain techniques. It never occurred to me because as a man, and let Mr. L, if I'm wrong, let me know.
Okay.
I don't think we're trained to doing that, not until it's brought to our attention. I did not know that was a thing.
Right, but you're absolutely right. It's not something that you're trained to, you know, aim, shoot, shake.
Yeah, you're trying to aim, shoot, and shake.
Squeeze and shake. You know, get it out.
Two shakes.
So
more
it's one of those things that as you get older, you do begin to learn, and now it is up to us to help educate the rest of the men out there and the ones coming up. Like, yo, wipe your joint after you pee. You know, especially if you plan on putting it in somebody's mouth later. Wipe your joint, man.
Furthermore, coochies do bleed and they do secrete, but they also birth babies, and they also are like a beautiful, magical, amazing, wet, warm, amazing place to be. Like
It's a
you don't
it's like a
want
warm
to
hug,
put
a
all
warm
of
wet
it
hug.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like I want you to put I want you to want to put every part of my body in your mouth. I want you to put my feet in your mouth. I literally want to like basically like step into your mouth like a hot tub. Like all of you, all of the parts, all of it.
And
Okay.
see, and that's how I feel about eating pussy. I want it all on my face, like rub it all over there. Don't just focus right. No, everywhere. You know, I ain't got this big head for no reason. Like use it to your advantage, shorty. You know.
So that would be a problem for me personally. I actually recently had to let go of one of my little sneaky links, because I was like, you don't eat pussy enough, and I can tell that it wasn't something he enjoyed doing. We spoke about it before. I think we spoke about it twice, and this last time I was just like, you don't enjoy it. I don't want to make you, and that's fine, but we can't do this because I require that.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
agree.
That's it.
And that's why I had to let go of that situation, because my thing is you can't make me a promise that you're going to do something that you've already stated that you really don't want to do. And if I allow you the couple of times to say, okay, well, you know what? Yes, play with my pussy, I'll suck with your dick. You're going to feel like that's the standard, and then you're going to get cussed, and then we're going to end up dead anyway. So let me just kill the argument from the beginning. I know what I like. I'm not willing to compromise that for somebody who's not willing to try, especially when there are other men where I know I can go sit down in your face and it not be a problem.
And don't tell me
Sit
that
in
your
your
The
face.
fingers
argument, so I
do
don't
a
have to
job
kill
just as
you.
good or better or whatever. Do you have a coochie? Do you
That's
have a
what I
coochie?
said. How the
No,
fuck
sir.
do you know, nigga? Like, how would you know? Like, I don't understand that shit.
He was adamant because he had said there's other women that he's done that with and they didn't have a problem. Maybe they liked you and they wanted to spare your feelings and they just didn't want to. I don't give a fuck because we're not together and I really don't care about your feelings. Not to be an asshole, but I'm not going to spare your feelings so that you can get one off and while I'm laying there waiting for like pleasure to hit.
And now you just
No.
got over on me? No. I like that.
Yeah, can I be honest with you guys? I masturbated the other night after the sex session while my girl held her vibrator in my gooch, and it was pretty cool.
Was that your
I
first
love
time?
you, Slim. Slim,
Yeah.
you're
Hold on,
just
wait. Was
advancing
that your
and
first
growing
time?
in such beautiful
My
ways. I'm
boy,
here for all of
my
it.
boy. Hey, the thing
No,
was hitting, wasn't it, Slim?
it
The thing
was
was
hitting,
hitting.
yo. And know why it was real sentiment? It was real like sentimental for me because it was a dildo. Excuse me. So let me get that correct. It was a vibrator, but it was for her clitoris, and it's something I bought her. So the fact that she trying to just set it down there for me, and she was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's really liking it." I was like, "Oh, this is all right." You know what I mean?
Yes. Another one. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. I
So
be
in a
advocating
few
like
Now
hell
minutes,
for that. So.
try that while getting your dick sucked. The vibrator on your gooch while
oh,
getting your dick sucked.
I hope she's watching. Okay.
I'm
Good shit.
telling you,
is she?
man. If
Yes.
not, I need you to tell her tonight.
Not even if she's just watching, have that conversation with her and make the suggestion yourself. It should just come into play from here. You need to
Gotcha.
tell her what it is.
The
Express what
problem
it
is,
is that you want. Talk about
if
what
I
your needs
like
are.
it,
It's the
it's gonna
only way
be
that
on
you're
the
going to have
menu
great
for.
sex.
It's gonna be on the
Hey,
menu
man.
forever if I like it.
I'm
That's
proud
gonna
of
be
you,
the
Slim.
issue.
There's nothing
I'm
wrong with
not
that.
gonna be
It's a
able to
beautiful
not get
thing.
my dick sucked without a vibrator in my gooch if I like it. That's where the problem is gonna come in. And there's not enough batteries in the fucking world, or at least in the state of New Jersey.
That's why they're
Rechargeable,
rechargeable. You get
baby.
the get the ones that plug in. You don't need
You
batteries.
guys,
Get the ones that
you
plug
guys
in
are
and
fucking.
recharge. You'll
You
never
guys are
have to buy another
professionals.
battery again in your
So
life.
get you a vibrator. So get like the bullet, or either get a like I'll show y'all the one that I have later, but like it's a cock ring that it's like
With the
attached
bullet underneath.
into it,
So
but
I
it's like
got that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
not
got
the
the
bullet
cock.
one,
But with the
but it's
vibrating
one like
bullet, with the bullet that vibrates.
yes. So there's
Yeah,
two. I'll have to show you the picture of it later. But yes, if you got the bullet, use the bullet because it's easier for her to maneuver around and even use it on yourself, bro. I'm telling you, when you masturbate, use it on yourself. But like it's easy to move it around. It kind of like slits right there, perfect length for the gooch, and you can rub it side to side, up and down, around, incorporate it on the balls, and hell, jack off with it on your shaft too.
Yes, I was gonna say
I'm
that.
telling you, bro.
Oh,
I'm telling
While
gotcha.
you
you.
get the head, if you have it in your hand, like the little bullets you have it in your hand as you go up and down on the top.
All right.
Slim,
And
you have some new techniques to add to your repertoire and some fun play with your lady.
if I look like this tomorrow, y'all know why. Because I lost all this cum.
Hey, I hope you do look like that tomorrow, then, my brother. I hope you do.
I want to look
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness me. It is 9:30. I know if you guys want to go a little bit longer, if you want to do our normal wrap up. let me know.
Did you have another question to ask? I feel like there was something else
I
that you
did,
wanted
but
to
it's an
cover.
extensive question. We can save it for the next go round. I think it's a question that would be suitable for when Val comes back because it's along the lines of relationship, husband, wife stuff. So I always like his perspective because he is the one of us who is actually married. And then Slim now because you're in a full-fledged relationship, you get to weigh in from the perspective of being somebody man.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have the singles over here on this side, myself and Mr. L. Yay for the singles.
Hey,
All right,
hey.
man. Had to hang up the belt. You know?
But outside of that, Miss Fun Sexuals,
Maj.
Maj, can you let everyone know where they can find you, how they can check you out, anything that
Yeah.
you have coming up?
Yes. Y'all can find me on Instagram at the Fun Sexual, Twitter at the Fun Sexual, Excite Bunny, at What Would Maj Do? All of those links are in my bio. You can also check out my podcast, the Fun Sexual Podcast, anywhere you listen to podcasts, on YouTube. I'm there as well. And I have a play party coming up, the Fun Sexual Neon Jungle, on June 11th in Washington, D.C. If you are interested in coming, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you're interested in coming, check out the link in my bio, fill out the vetting form. I'll send you the link to purchase your ticket. It's going to be a really good
Thank
time.
you.
We only got 7
Yes,
tickets
please.
left.
Only 7 tickets left?
7 tickets left. It's
June
about to
11th?
be June 11th. It's going to be a fun time. I got some
I
really
gotta think of where I'm going to
dope
be.
ass people coming through.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining in the DMV.
Thank you for having me.
It's
Hey,
going to be where?
It's in DC,
Okay.
in
Oh,
Washington, DC.
that's like 35 minutes from where I am currently.
that's like 4.5, 5 to me, but
Yeah, it's good
That's
Take a
4
okay.
little,
You
hours
can
that's
for
take a
come.
easy
me.
little
money.
trippy trip.
That's easy
You need
money.
a road trip. You need a road trip.
It's
And
going to
you're
be a
supposed
good
to come
time.
north anyway, so I'm just saying.
I
It's a
haven't
good
got the
reason
invite to
to.
come north yet, but uh, we'll save that for
All
another day.
right.
Thank you for having me,
Um,
y'all.
thank
Thank
you
Thank
you
for
you
for
for
joining us. We
coming.
appreciate
coming
you.
on.
I'm terrible at disconnecting. You guys know that already. So, Slim, Mr. L, we have come to the end of our session. We're Val-less. The Val was here. We could see him in
Val
the
was here in the comments.
Yeah, Val,
Love
he
check
you,
it.
was
boy. I don't know if you're still in here, but love you, boy.
Val and Queen. We love
Definitely.
you
Yep.
both. We're sending lots of love and support and light and anything that you need. You know, well, you guys know how to get in contact with the three of us in particular, but we are here for you for whatever it is that you need. Gentlemen, do you want to do your outros?
No problem, no problem. This felt good to get back into it, to talk some shit. I like having people come in. That's a little different. That was cool, you know what I'm saying? But I am Slim Stay Scheming, just in case y'all forgot, also known as the Genuine Savage. Um,
You still a Savage Sim? I feel like
I'm
you're
still
Loverboy Slim now. I don't even know.
I'm still a savage. Don't get it twisted. I'm still a
You can
savage.
be a savage in a relationship,
I
Tony.
can be a
Just like you
savage
can
in a
be wholesome and
relationship.
be kinky.
I'm
All
telling you,
right.
she's actually gonna get genuine savage underneath them titties. So I'll
Oh,
take it. Yeah. I represent 973 Vibes. Go check the boys up there, the whole squad, the whole gang. That's my cousin Jay Smooth. Love you, guy. G, Joe, Big Spanish Poppy. Go shout out to Spiritual Tip. That's my girl podcast on Spotify, YouTube page, on all streaming platforms. Shout out to my man George Cruz, the realest nigga I know. Shout out to Fort Platonic. Shout out to Val. We here with you, brother. You know, you know what it is already. I'm not even gonna go in there, go down that road, but just know that we here with you. I God, love you, Queen, and that's that, bro. It's on you,
uh,
bro.
okay. Mr. L.
What is going on, everybody? I am Mr. L, the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast, where we discuss topics revolving around sex, kinks. Well, it revolves around sex, such as kinks, sex, of course, BDSM, love, relationships, love languages, a bunch of different things. You just have to come and listen, or come while you listen. The choice is yours. Um, my Instagram is From the Mind of Mr. L. I have a link tree there where it takes you to the streaming platforms that you can find the podcast on. You can also follow me on Twitter at From the Minor Mr. L, but take out the O from the from because Twitter only allows you to use but so many characters. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything coming up. As Slim said, Val, we love you, boy. Miss you. Same thing with you, Queen, Day of Royalty. Um, we're not gonna get sad over it. We're gonna smile.
No, we're gonna
We're gonna
smile.
we're gonna smile. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna smile. Um, as always, I am the compassionate Dom, the sensual Satan, Southern Gent with a sprinkle of filth in the style.
I
Go check
imagine
out
Val doing that
YouTube
from
page.
behind the scenes. I don't know
You know,
why.
I was envisioning that. I was like, damn, I
Yeah,
don't have to
he's
say that
back
out
there
I
doing
loud,
it
felt
but
it.
somewhere.
I
he
felt
definitely
it.
doing it.
Absolutely. And I'm AJ. Y'all know me. You know where you can find me. All links are in my
Curly shit
bio.
with the pink hair.
Huh?
Said curly with the pink hair. You better go and
Yeah, I
cut
gotta
it.
switch it up
Looking
every now
good.
and again. That's why I said if you date me, you don't even have to worry about no other gal because you'll get the role play. You'll get the pink hair, the blonde hair, the straight hair, the long hair, the short hair, the patois, the regular taki, and all these things. You know, we make it fun over here. I'm just saying, don't DM me, don't shoot your shot. I was just putting that out there. Don't shoot your shot. Yeah.
You miss
You know
100%
what's
of the
really
shots
weird?
you
And I
don't
say this
take,
all the
fellas.
time. I tell people like all these guys, but don't shoot your shot. Don't. I don't know.
It's all
Besides the
game.
point. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know. Like it's there's a bunch of things that I want to say. Yes, Mr. L.
Um, Everybody,
Thank
please take care of
you.
yourselves. Make sure that you are, make sure you're checking on your friends. You know,
Yes,
take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and sexually. We really want to make sure that we stress that. A lot is going on currently in the world. We each
yes,
have our own individual battles that we fight, but also a lot is going on in the world. So please reach out to somebody. Just make sure that, you know, your people are okay. It feels good. You know, knowing that you have people that care about you. So let's make sure we're doing that, y'all.
yes. And to those of you, I know that there are people who I'm not sure if Val and Queen are taking direct messages, but if there is something that you would like to convey, you can always send it to the Three Guys and a Girl DM, and we will ensure that it gets forwarded to them. You know, of course, to respect their space and their time while they are, you know, dealing with family and grieving and what have you. So, again, as I said before at the beginning, for everyone who has sent their condolences, to everyone who has sent out something heartfelt, those messages have been conveyed. And we appreciate it on behalf of Val and his family, and behalf of Queen. But yeah, I think one of the things that I appreciate about Mr. L is that he consistently points out the importance of us checking on the people that we love, and not always assuming that the strong person is having a strong day or a strong moment, because if everyone has moments where they falter, where they crumble, where they fall, where they need support, where they need something. And it doesn't take anything away from you to check on the people that you love. I know with the four of us, and I'm going to say this, and I've said this before, and maybe people don't know, the four of
Wait,
us,
if you say it, you can't cry though.
I'm not going to cry. I promise. Shut up. I don't always get soggy with that part. But the four of us, we are approaching a year. June will be a year that we have been a unit. June will be a year that we have become a collective. June will be a year that we have been three guys and a girl. And you would never believe, based on the way that we engage and interact with one another, the four of us have never met. Fun fact, the four of us have never been in the same physical space, and we have never physically met.
We live
But
in four different states and sometimes two
four,
different countries.
four different states and two different countries
Yeah.
on occasion, right?
I've never
So
shaken any of their hands ever.
never hugged, never shaken hands, never laughed in the same space. But this just
But
goes to
AJ
show
asking
you
too,
that
so
you
never
can.
mind. We're having a deep moment.
Could you behave yourself, please?
I'm sorry, my
We
bad. You
we
know,
crossed some
I mean,
lines.
I was
technically, you
trying to
two.
But
But go ahead.
lighten the mood here. You
right,
know.
but the point that I was trying to make is don't limit yourself to the relationships and bonds that you can form with people because you haven't been in the same physical space. I know that people talk about the importance of that all the time, but you can develop whole and meaningful relationships with people through different means. I'm just saying, and we are four testaments to that, because I feel like the bond that the four of us have, it's unshakable. I'm just saying. And I definitely know the bond I have with Mr. L better be unfucking shakable. Thanks. I'm just saying.
That's a bond that you can't take back right there. And plus,
You
if you do
know,
try to
Man,
mess up our bond and
forever.
shake it up, we just gonna
Forever.
jump y'all. So
just had that hanging over my head
that's a forever
forever.
bond right there, AJ.
It
You
is.
know, like I don't know if anybody here watches anime or anything, but like there's one big huge thing is like when people in anime, like they share sake, and that is actually in like some Asian cultures, like sharing sake creates a bond. You and Shiny have shared my semen, so we have that
He
bond
Okay.
shared
now.
his sake.
Yeah.
Shared my sake.
And on that happy note, we are going to wrap up Three Guys and a Girl. For everyone who joined, for our guests that went live with us, we appreciate you.
Yes.
Sekou, Nick of Erotic Boudoir, Maj. I'm so sorry I
Hmm.
keep fucking up your name. Fun Sexual, thank you all for joining our live and sharing words of wisdom and sharing your time and your insights with us. We appreciate it.
Please don't
We're
go
hoping in
following
2 weeks' time. Yeah, 2 weeks' time, we'll be back again. We'll let you know. We may be doing another two guys, a girl, and a guest, and hopefully Val will be back with us. So it'll be three guys and a girl. But either way, we will keep you posted. Send a heart, drop a little bit of love for Val and his
Please.
family and for his loved ones. It
Definitely.
will be greatly appreciated. Yeah, however you do that and wherever you choose to do that. And that's it for us.
Everybody have a great
Peace.
night.
Y'all have a great night. Love you lots.
Love you.
How come I can never end this?